Hello, dynamic stars. How are you? Azurite 22 coming to you, as always, to bring your intuition to the fore, to bring you more into your life. How are you? It's like I haven't been here in like a long time, right? And I love all of you. Thank you for 3,000 plus subscribers. I'm still shocked. It's amazing to me, and I want to thank you by giving you another video. And this video is what will bring you peace in the new year, in the coming days, in the coming weeks. This video is being filmed on December 30th. So right as we're going into the new year. However, whenever you watch this video is going to share with you what you can do to bring yourself peace in the next few days. And I've been thinking about this for a while, like, should I use corks? Should I use this? And I'm just sitting here going, you know what? I'm going to keep it very simple. I have all my decks sitting around me. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decks. And I said, of course 7, of course it is. Yummy, I love the woman of the ocean. I wanted to share with you a simple message though, first and foremost. If you want to skip through this, go right ahead. Your timestamps will be below for the different decks. But first and foremost, peace always, you've heard it before, comes from within. In order to get that peace within, there are of course things we should do. We should be meditating, we should be eating right, we should be resting. But more importantly, peace in ourselves comes from a deep inner knowing of ourselves, what we're about, what we want in life, what we believe is good for us, that we deserve, all of these thoughts. That is key. Because if we're not cognizant of all of those things, we're never really going to have peace, because we don't really know truly deep within us what we want. So understanding that, I know that's basic, but so many times we forget that basic fact. And we go into this New Year's with, oh gosh, we have to have the list, and we got to clean the house, and we got to make sure we have our checklist and everything is perfect, and the structure and the organization. We think all of that outside, but inside, what about we leave that stuff on the outside right there, and we structure inside? Meaning, what makes me happy? Forget what makes me happy. What makes me smile? What gives me a tickle? What enlivens me? Because sometimes what makes me happy is too broad of a question, and the word happy has too many things attached to it. But what gives me a tickle? What makes me smile? What makes me roll on the floor laughing? Those are the things, because sometimes if we look to those things, it's easier to see what makes us happy. Because then when we see that, we'll be able to go, wait a minute, if that makes me really, really giddy, then why am I doing this thing over here? It kind of gives us the dichotomy. It helps us to see the opposite. And sometimes the opposite is what we're actually doing. So yes, very basic, but I need you to go granular with it if you haven't already. So that is a message for those, who haven't done that granular thing where we're getting down to the nitty gritty. What makes me sad? What literally turns me off? All of these things we should look to, because that's very direct in helping us to see ourselves, because sometimes what we think about ourselves is very different from what actually is. Okay? Speaking from experience. Okay? So now, what will bring you peace? I'm going to choose by deck. I'm going to start off with my not mine, but the Magical Dimensions deck. I love this deck. It gives you the high energy of other realms, This is a deck made by a lovely woman who really channels the energy of those who are not on this earth, who are quote unquote alien or starseed. Starseed is much, much, much more preferred as a term. So the energies are always higher and just taking you to the next plane, to the 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, and above. What will bring those who chose deck 1? What will bring those who chose deck 1 peace? The first thing that I'm feeling is down here, so heart chakra. Yes, it's supposed to be green. I'm seeing white. So of course I'm thinking clarity. Clarity needs to be had regarding the heart chakra, things to do with the heart. And it's not just relationships. Heart chakra also deals with what we discussed in the opening. If you didn't watch the opening, watch the opening. Clarity of who you are inside, your personal raison d'être, so that you know who you are, what you're about, what you're doing. Because as mentioned at the intro, with you not knowing precisely what you want inside, it's going to be very difficult to get what you want on the outside. Third eye portal. Can you see that? It's a beautiful, beautiful card. Similar to what I just saw in my vision, where I saw it white. This is yellow. So here in your third eye, you need to bring clarity. You don't need, you can bring clarity by cleansing your third eye, continuing to open it, but cleansing it. You can put a flame. I'll be right back. Show me what I need. You can do this to help cleanse your third eye. Bring light, remove any lingering doubts, hesitations. Clear your third eye. Once you have cleared it, you can do that for up to 10 minutes or longer, or shorter, whatever feels right to you and your spirit. Once that area is nice and warm and you feel maybe a pulsing throughout your body, you can now ask your higher self, what do I need? What will bring me peace? Because for you, clearing your third eye is very, very important. Allowing your spiritual guides to have a pathway of channeling and speaking to you. Maybe you'll begin feeling sensations, and maybe that sensation will help you to understand what actually needs to happen within your home, within your body, within your relationships. Because you can then start asking, okay, what do you mean? Give me some more information. Clarify that for me. Because since you have the third eye portal, look at that. It literally is a portal. It literally is a vortex for you to go into, to dive into it. Asking them for what it is you want. Because sometimes it's not just about what you need, but it's also the things that you want. Vision, clairvoyance, clarity, confusion. That's what the card says. So dispelling the confusion will also help you to clear out what doesn't need to be there. The other thing that comes to me is a key. A key can be used metaphorically or actually physically. If you happen to have a key in your house, skeleton key or unusual ornate key, or just you found some keys or you have some keys, you can use that and actually ask your spirit guides, maybe shortly after you've cleansed your third eye, how can I open this door to peace? Maybe the door is closed, and use the key as a symbol of opening that door from wherever you are into peace. Maybe see the door opening in and there's white light of clarity coming towards you. That is maybe a visualization that you can help work with. Shadow, divine healer. That automatically asks the question or begs the question. And you see that white around there? What is it that you are hiding from yourself? What things have you put to the side that are keeping you from seeing the truth of yourself or someone else? Because here in this picture, you notice that there is someone else there. I would take it that the big person is you and that other little person is not quite facing you, turned away, giving the heart away. Again, doesn't have to be relationship-wise. Giving the heart away could be something like your situationship, whatever it may be, friend, work, colleagues in some way in a business project or a hobby that you're working on. Maybe they're going in a different direction. Maybe there's a situation with ideals and how you're working, and maybe things have been coming along. You've noticed some things, but you haven't really put your finger on it because you're working towards this goal that you said that you discussed at some point ago. But maybe that talk has to happen again where you resync, because maybe things are slightly going in a different direction. And if you rejigger, recalibrate the situation, you can get it back on track. But you can't let it stay in the shadows right now, or else it's going to create problems for you. Maybe that's why you need peace. What will bring you peace? Because this little thing is niggling at the back of your head. It also, of course, could be in relationships. Maybe the relationship is a little stagnant because you've been in the relationship a while together and things just don't have that spark. Maybe a conversation needs to be had. Maybe you need to reinstate date night, or forget date night. Actually, why don't you create things that you do at home that are fun together? You never know. Maybe you can do a night where you figure out different cuisines that you want to do, or different projects. You can do your own paint and sip at home, and try the whole Nailed It thing. You know that show Nailed It, where you try this and this is what you actually get, especially after drinking lots of wine, right? So you can do things like that. Sorry, notifications popping up. Try to get out of the rut that you're in and into something new, to try and bring new energy in. Maybe that will bring you peace. So that is what I have for you, pile 1. We're going to go on to pile number 2. Thank you so much, everyone. Happy. Merry. Ooh, New Year. Okay? Bye. For those of you who chose deck 2, we are going to be using the Lemurian, the Lemurian Starchild Oracle. Okay, I don't think I've ever used this on the channel. It's a deck that was gifted to me, and I love this deck. I've only been using it for myself personally, and I have yet to pull all of the cards. Do you see how thick and luscious and wonderful this deck is? And again, star seed, star child energy. What will bring those who chose deck 2? Peace. Travel. I know it's backwards. Travel. See that? Inner and outer journeys. Believe in yourself. Big shifts. Yes, physical, 3D travel the world. Yes, of course. But you know what other travel we're talking about? Astral travels. Traveling to see different places within the spirit. Journeying. Maybe good old-fashioned shaman travels. I'm not sure if you work with somebody who suggested it or it was on your mind, but inner travel is the main thing. You know, on this channel, we're all about the inner. There's a moon there. Can you see the moon behind the dragon's wing? So maybe you need to do work with the moon and pay attention to the moon phases so that you're always in tune and in sync. And I get the feeling that if you chose this deck, you're already very, very in tune and well aware of the moon phases. And if you're not, things happen, you're like, you know what, it must be the quarter moon, it must be the new moon. These things come to you. Start linking your inner journeys to the moon phases so that you get the most out of them, and begin strategizing and planning it, because maybe you've done your travels sporadically. Now it's more time for you to put structure to it. I'm going to visit, fill in the blank. I'm going to visit on such and such time at such and such time. Maybe you're going to visit Old World Acadia. Maybe you want to visit, the Akashic records. Maybe you want to go to see Atlantis. You decide based on your research which phase of the moon would most help you to get to various places that would give you the energy to do that. Maybe you need to look at moon voids. Maybe you need to do some of your traveling during that time so there's no energy stopping you. Yes, nothing is pushing you or holding you back, but also it's just a void. It's just there. So whatever energy you're pushing, you're giving the situation will push you through without resistance. That's another way to look at moon voids. So many times people go, oh my God, you're not supposed to do anything. No. Nothing is stopping you from doing what it is you want to do. That's the beauty of a void. Your energy will push you through. And of course, inside the box there is Lemuria. I don't know if you can see it, but that's what it says here. That says Lemuria. So the dragon is literally holding a scepter with a crystal on the end of it over a flag of Lemuria. Maybe it's time for you to do some more travels to that. Maybe you are a star child of Lemuria. Maybe it is time now for you to really dive deep into that. Of course, I'm getting something with the mother. Why wouldn't I? Moon, mother. Maybe you need to do more work with your mother. Maybe on a spiritual, a spiritual level. Or, of course, the obvious 3D, go visit your mother. Mother, aunt, great aunt, the matriarchal side. I'm not going to limit it just to mother, but make sure, I would say, on your mother's side, you should kind of make the rounds and talk to all who are living on the mother's side and give them energy, because maybe they're traveling soon. The ultimate transition travel, that is. And of course, drink water before you do your travels so that your body is nice and hydrated because maybe you might have a long journey, a long trek. You'll go through the night and you'll want your body to be nice and hydrated. And the dragon. There's cool dragons, there are hot dragons. This is a cool dragon. So dragons are a force of nature. They are a force to be reckoned with. But dragons also, for me, symbolize the energy with which you do things. So be a dragon, in my opinion, would be make sure that you follow your will. If you feel like there's something, if your intuition is telling you to do this, go ahead, fly to it, make haste and do it. Do not hesitate, because you don't know what spirit, what your guides, what your Ori, your spiritual head, is trying to share with you. Because sometimes if we're not paying attention, if we're in the 3D, we're not really focused, and the message cannot come through clear, and we only get a piece of it. Follow the piece that you get, and it will lead you down to the rest of the message. Let's ask for another card. I'm using the Ask Your Guides deck as the second clarifier. Victory, divine helpers. And look at that. That looks like a lovely family. It looks like the different generations coming together to me, and the stars aligning. Do you see that? One could say that that also looks like beam me up, Scotty, if you will. More on the line of travel. You have angels, you have guides who are helping you, bringing you the messages. So in this travel that you have to do, lean on those angels and ask them to help you if you're nervous, to protect you, to give you a layer of protection around you, around your body as you travel. If you are nervous about doing astral travels, you can literally put a candle north, south, east, west around your bed, a ring of salt around your bed to act as a protection mechanism for yourself. So this way you have that in place before you leave. If your maternal matriarchal line is no longer here, maybe you can travel to them as well, because maybe they have a message for you to help you in your life. Maybe the salt shaker keeps falling over. Maybe that's one of them trying to give you a message saying that you're losing your luck, that things are not going to go your way if you continue with this particular pattern, okay? Or this particular behavior, or with this particular situation. It could be something as small as a habit that you're doing. Maybe the habit, of course, maybe the habit could be a particular substance that you're always taking. It doesn't have to be drugs. Could be sugar. Could be, maybe you're vaping too much, and, it takes your focus so that you're not wanting to do other things with other people as much. It's keeping you isolated, or it's beginning to isolate you. Don't know why that came, but that came. So maybe that's a message for someone. This could be something. So if there's something that keeps happening over and over in your home, that is most likely a message from one of these matriarchal women that have passed on, and they're trying to get you to see that a certain behavior is causing a problem in your life, and you have to work on it. It could be that anger that sparks off instantly, and it's like, whoa, what the hell did I do? I just said, yeah, maybe it's that. Or maybe you go into these deep sadnesses that are bordering on depression that is causing you to just not to disengage from life. And this is a problem, not wanting you to pick up the phone and call people and connect with people. You're just like, oh no, I just want to be at home. That energy, that could be a problem for you. So find out what this thing is and begin rooting it out. That will bring you peace going into the new year. Because once you root that thing out or identify it, you'll be able to go, okay, maybe I can do this over here and this over there. You don't have to go completely out of your comfort zone, but do something a little different. All right, and we're going to do a pile 3. Thank you, thank you, thank you, all of you. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I wish you only the best into the new year, okay? Thanks again. See you in the next video. For those of you who chose pile 3. For those who chose pile 3, what will bring you peace in the new year, in the coming weeks, in the coming days? Of course, I see I see fire. Remember that song? Ed Sheeran's one of his first hits. Why do you see fire? You see passion, you see joy, you see love, but it's all the way over there. You don't see it over here near yourself. And in order for you to be content, that passion needs to be within you, within your embraceable distance area. Vision quest. I see fire. Isn't this incredible? You can't make this stuff up. What is she looking in? A giant big ball of fire. Literally, I was talking about journeying. I believe it was in pile 1. So you might want to go to pile 1, and there might be a message there for you as well. Look at how the rays are. Do you see that? You could almost say that her aura is being adjusted by the sun's rays. Whether this is rising or setting, it doesn't actually matter. And there is something right next to her. Of course, we're just coming out of this season with gifts, right? So your aura is being adjusted so that you can get a gift. But you have to sit and do the work. You have to sit and receive, if you want, the codes. Because sometimes the light codes cannot come to you just by thinking about it. You actually have to be in the space. You have to do the chanting. You have to ask so that it can be received by you. There's a flower in her hair. Bring some flowers into your home. Bring some brightness. If you already have plants, bring something that has some color into your home so that you can hyper-focus on that thing. If you don't want to actually sit in the sun, maybe somewhere in your home gets direct rays, and you can have some beautiful flowers that you can put in your hair, or you can put on the windowsill or on the shelf and look at that flower as the sun is hitting you, so that the energy of the sun comes through the plant and you're getting some of the energy of that plant along with the sun, so it amplifies it. Because here it's vision quest. Close your eyes, see the light on your closed eyelids, and ask for what will bring you peace. This is a call for you to go inward and to get the message that you are meant to receive, because it could be an ancestor, it could be a spirit guide. A spirit guide. It feels like a spirit guide. It feels like a male spirit guide who has been trying to get your attention. Maybe he has a red sash. Maybe he sits with his knees crossed and is just watching you. Maybe you have a sense of somebody who does that, or the knees up, tented, not crossed, but tented. Something with the knees being bent at an angle. And maybe they've been there on the fringe of your awareness, and you're not quite sure who and what. Maybe you've just felt a still presence, a strong, comforting presence that is just there, just out of reach. This is a call for you to make contact with that spiritual guide, to bring them into your life. By having this vision quest, it will help you to enliven yourself by giving yourself more energy, because by sitting in the sun, of course, you're getting vitamin D, but also it's lighting up your third eye and your crown chakra, allowing you to be clear. That third eye is cleansed so that you can have visions. Okay? We're going to focus now on another card. We're going to go to the Ask Your Guides deck for more clarity. Because this spiritual guide, this gentleman, doesn't have to be male in the sense of human male. It could also be a male energy that works with you. It could also be starseed. They want you to have, of course, peace. That's what we're looking for here. This was the question. But they also want you to allow yourself to be given the gift of peace, to allow yourself to give yourself a gift of joy, happiness. And I'm seeing like a red. Why do I see a red button? I see a red button. I don't know if you have a coat or a sweater that has a red button. Maybe you're supposed to wear whatever this thing is that has a red button. Maybe that will bring you luck. Maybe that will be what you're wearing when you're in the situation that will take you to your peace. But whatever outfit that you have that has a red button, do wear that at least once or twice during the next 7 to 14 days. Grace, Holy Spirit. This is a time for you. This is a time of great happiness for you. Things are coming. The actual dove of peace is already on there. And look at the figure dancing. Look at all the flowers. Didn't we just talk about getting flowers? I just love this. So you are already at peace, whoever got this. This is now expanding your peace, expanding your contentment in life by moving forward, taking the action, because it seems like you've been doing a lot of this already. And now it's time for you to receive it. And how you're going to receive that is by going out into the world wearing some red, this red button. And if it's not a red button, maybe you should wear some red as well. Even if you don't like red and you want to, taboo or what have you, you can wear red underwear or a red handkerchief and put it inside your bra or inside your boxers, wherever you want on your person. Maybe a red ribbon you can put inside something on you so that you have that red there. And you can ask your spirit guide, who seems to work with this red, to come and work with you and guide you through this. Maybe there are a lot of things that are red in the world and you're supposed to follow that, like little breadcrumbs. Okay? For you, it's action oriented. So in your Vision quest. Yes, you're sitting and you're having the sun, big giant red glowing ball, right? Shining on us, red and yellow, shining on us. And ask your spirit guide to show you what the path is that will continue to expand it, enlightenment. Because for you, it's as if I'm seeing you stepping off of a plane and stepping on new land. It's as if you're going to a place you've never been before, whether it is actually 3D or in the inner planes or alternate universe. You're doing something that you've never done before, that is nerve-wracking. You're anticipating it, it excites you, but you're afraid to make the first step. And that red will give you the energy, the push to go forward and do that. You have grace. You have the blessings of all of those who are working with you. You have success. If there is something that you've wanted to do, if there's a place on your bucket list you've wanted to go, this is confirmation for you to move forward and begin working on that plan to go there in this coming year, this coming next few months. However you can plan to do it without breaking the budget, without breaking the bank. Because it seems this is something you've been working towards anyway. So this is confirmation for you to do that. It could be something embarking on a new project as well. Yes, we can say new beginnings, new year. If there's a book that you've wanted to do, if there's a business you wanted to start, if there is an app you wanted to develop, if there is a child that you want to bring into this world, whether it is through your own body or adopting. Because remember, there are so many ways to raise a child in this world. So this ultimately is having the courage, that red, to embark on this new thing that has been on your mind for a long time, but you've been loath to do it because there's a little trepidation there. Look at that figure of joy. It is already yours. Go forth and enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I love you, and you, everyone. 3,000 subscribers plus. I can't even imagine. I can't believe it. But thank you all. Azurite 22 here, wishing you the best ever in your new endeavor. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.